Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, it is time for the Blue Star Mom's Ride. Jennifer and I did this ride last year, but Jennifer's under the weather today, so I'm going to do this solo today. Got last year we started up in Tehachapi. This year we're starting at one of my favorite places in the world, the King Cafe. So great little breakfast before the ride. Yeah, let's flip this around, see what's going on already. All right, there's the registration over in the parking lot. Not a lot of people here yet. I don't know, probably 15 bikes, including mine, maybe. But it was a pretty decent turnout last year. I don't remember exactly how many people there were, but it's Poker Run, and I got some pretty good friends who are involved in this, the organization of this. And looking forward to seeing them today, as well as some of my friends from Tehachapi who ride. All right, I'm going to go in and get something to eat and go register and get ready to ride. Went in, had me a chorizo burrito. I figured I'd get up here and wouldn't be anywhere to sit in there, but very few people are going in to eat. But yeah, I went and had me some breakfast. Quite a few more folks have shown up. People are still showing up. And it is warm. It's supposed to be in the high 80s in Bakersfield today. Usually about the same in Keene as it is in Bakersfield. Let me get up. I'm not sure where the rides go, and I haven't asked anyone. Last year we went out into Stallion Springs and Bear Valley. I don't know if that's what we're doing this year or not. We'll find out. But morning. Look at that guy over there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was Dave Barker, one of my old school chums. So, we'll go get registered and check it out. All right, they are having the riders meeting.
There is a paddle bar in the road. You can see it until you're right on top of it.
And I am going to wait and ride at the tail end of this because I don't know any of these people. I have, other than David Barker, I've not seen one person who's on this ride that I know. So I don't know how these people ride, so I'm going to stay behind them.
Last time we were up there, we saw Fox, we saw
Our first stop is going to be up at the Tehachapi Loop Overlook, and that's going to be crowded. So again, I'm going to hang back, let people do their thing in front of me. All right, getting ready to get kickstands up here. Into the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. All right, here we go. All right, we're starting to take off. There's no leader or real organization of how this is all going to go. Which is one of the reasons that I'm going to ride tail end Charlie. I would have jumped out ahead. A few people have already left. But I wanted to get some video of these people taking off, watching. The Volkswagen's part of the ride, so he wasn't doing anything dangerous. Too many people just kind of not looking. Look at that. Those two guys almost ran into each other. ride is there are considerably more participants this year than there were last year. And I wasn't here for the first year, but I understand it wasn't this well attended either. That's exactly why I'm waiting. God. You get all these people who aren't used to riding around each other, you just don't know what to expect. I'm not saying they're bad riders. They're just not used to riding around all these different people. And that can get dangerous really quickly. Yep, some of the other folks like me, they're waiting until things chill out a little bit. I'm going to go in and have me some ice water. Tehachapi Road. Most of you probably already know that, but here we go. Well, I've been here for a little over 5 minutes now, and I think the last of the bikes finally went through. There's not going to be enough room up at the loop for all these bikes to park. I don't know, you probably get 25 bikes or so squeezed in there, maybe 30. And they're not all going to be sitting there, but some of them may, and I do not want to end up sitting on the side of Woodford Tehachapi Road on the approach to that. Cars come around a blind corner. Nah, I'll just wait. construction, so I had to pull 2 chips there. All right, here we go. There's Kurt Quinn's Quintessentials entrance. right, we are at stop 3 in Stallion Springs, and I climbed up here so I could get a look at that. God, I hadn't been up here. Came out here for the 3rd stop last year, but Tehachapi's covered bridge. But yeah, headed on out to the next stop, which I think is up in Mountain Park. up at Tehachapi Mountain Park, the base of it. This is about 5,500 feet. The campgrounds are that way, and the upper campgrounds are over 6,000 feet. And this is a absolute different atmosphere and environment than down in the Tehachapi Valley, which is actually considered high desert. But yeah, the old wishing well there. Been there for 100 years. But anyway, it's a beautiful, if you've never been to Tehachapi Mountain Park and you're in the area, it's a beautiful place to come and hang out for a day, spend a weekend camping. All right, let's go get some more chips. I do not miss living in Tehachapi, I really don't. It used to be a small town, but it isn't anymore. It's a pain in the butt anymore. It's lost all of its charm. I guess if you move up here from LA, it would be different. But if you grew up here, it just ain't the same. Glider going up right now. Try to get my stupid phone turned on before they took off. But yeah, the tow plane will take him up a few thousand feet and drop him off. My first wife's relatives, aunt and uncle, owned this glider port for quite some time. I believe her aunt still works here, Jane. She was here last year when I was here, but I was offered multiple times the opportunity to come ride in a glider, and I just never took advantage of it. I wish I would have. See? Just released him. Very cool. well, you see the big wind turbines back there, and this is one of the blades. See how enormous they are. This is the end of the ride here. This is Airstream's workforce training, train people to work on these wind turbines. But yeah, this is where we'll have lunch and do the drawings and stuff. I didn't get involved in any of the drawings, 50/50s, or any raffles or silent auctions because I need to get going. I've got to get back down to Bakersville, pick up Zayden, and get to work on his dirt bike. All right, well, done eating. I had the chicken, which was very, very good. But yeah, good turnout. Looks like there's at least 100 people here. Probably maybe 110, 120. I don't know, a lot of people here. But there's all the stuff for the silent auction. I ended up getting a free ticket, and I gave that to my buddy David. But, all right. I don't hear anybody complaining, so everybody must be happy. All right, this is my dear friend, Diane King.
Hi.
She is one of the organizers of this event, and she's one that takes ideas about what was good and what was bad each year and tries to improve that. This is the third one, so next year it's going to be even better. And this year it was pretty darn good.
Yeah, and we're having a statue, the Gold Star Memorial, in front of the American Legion,
okay.
July 4th.
There you go.
Yeah.
Come on up to Tehachapi on July 4th and watch the unveiling.
Yes, this is what this all is about, getting money for the memorial.
All right. Well, I certainly appreciate all the work you put into this, and I'm sure it looks like everyone else a fantastic turnout this year.
Takes a team. Got a team.
There's the team. I don't know all their names, but there's the team.
All Blue Star moms and dads, associates. So it takes us all.
It takes a village.
Yes, it
takes
does.
a city.
Right. Thank you, Mark.
We'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you for coming up.
I'll see her before next year.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Diane.
Bye. Thank you, Mark.
All right. Well, that will wrap it up for the 2025 Blue Star Moms Charity Ride. Keene, Tehachapi, and Stallion Springs. Good meal. Lots of people. Great turnout. And that's good. A great cause. Next year, it's usually the first weekend in September, but keep your eyes peeled. They put flyers out if you're in the region. If you want to come and ride, this is a good ride. Nice weather. Last year it was hot, but it's not this year. It's really nice. But yeah, little swing around the Tehachapi Valley, the east part of the Tehachapi Valley. But yeah, good ride. I had a lot of fun. The beginning at Keene was sketchy, and that's why I waited. But no accidents that I heard of, no issues, and everybody was getting along. Nobody yelling, screaming, and acting silly. So yeah, all right. Well, I'm not going to pitch anything. Thanks for coming along. And again, if you want to do this ride in 2026, look it up, Google it, and suit up, show up, be there or be square. All right, thanks for coming along. See y'all later.